Okay guys, I cannot believe that this is here and I have it in my hand. I have been waiting for Threezero to deliver this. I think the pre-orders for this started somewhere towards the beginning of last year, if I'm not mistaken, and I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting, and my face now looks like this. So when you crack open the package, you have your instruction manual, you have Rambo with all of the really cool accessories. Let's remove this over here. Yeah, really love how this gun is looking. The accessories and the attention to detail on these accessories, my oh my. Yeah, you have a nice metallic paint wash finish going on this gun. Amazing. Same thing with the other one, by the way. And that classic Rambo knife, ooh, sends me chill gasps up my spine. Now, looking at the head sculpt right off the bat, I just gotta say, it is blowing me away, the attention to detail on the head sculpt. It's everything you wanted in a Rambo head sculpt and more. Love that. That is so movie accurate. The back muscles are so well defined. Not only are the back muscles really well defined, you can see the scars on his face from the torture he's endured. It's not a clean face sculpt. You can see a little bit of dried blood there on the side of his face, which is super movie accurate, especially for that ending scene where he where he picks up that guy and terrorizes him at the end when he gets back to base. Oh man. And even on the body, you continue to see that detail continue, the veins, the musculature. Very accurate to that time period, especially when you compare this to what Threezero did previously with their Rambo 3 Hot Toys figure. That had a much more muscular looking body, and this is a little bit more toned down. This is Stallone in his absolute prime as Rambo. So good. So good. And the pants have really good weathering on them. You can see a little bit of dust and grime on them. He really looks like he's been through it all. It's nice. It's really juicy. I love this. Guys, just look at how much detail there is on those boots. It's crazy. And that detail continues to the back. See bits of sand lodged in between the grooves of his soles. For any of you guys who love attention to movie referencing in the details, this would be the standard look that Stallone has throughout the entire movie. His eyes are off the top of his forehead, and he has this really mean and aggressive expression. And I think they've captured that because there doesn't seem to be a hint of a smile on the lips. It's a very, very, very stern look. It's like, hey, I had to bench press 20 reps today just to get ready for this one scene. Been eating oatmeal to look like this for you guys. I'm not in the mood to be trifled with. Let's get this scene done and over with. So Rambo comes with a ton of accessories, and I'm gonna have to cover all these accessories. So let's start with the bow. It's perfect, but it's made from a very, very flimsy plastic. In fact, the plastic kind of reminds me of a kind of plastic you'd, I don't know, it's like bottle cap plastic. Very, very flimsy plastic. I would be afraid to play with this roughly, and I recommend you guys do not do too much with this. You can pose a little. It's strong enough, but I wouldn't put too much stress on that. I just don't feel like this is gonna hold up. That's a bit of a shame though. I would have really expected Threezero to put a little bit of effort into one of Rambo's main accessories, but there you have it. You have 5 arrows, and each of them are very different. So this one over here, actually 2 of them are different from the other 3. So you're either gonna get that version or this one, which I can assume based on the tip is an explosive arrow. So the difference between the 2 arrows are you have your regular arrow and you have the explosive one that has the gold tip. I wouldn't exactly say that the plastic on these is flimsy, but again, be careful. These are really thin accessories and they can snap off. I'd be careful, don't manhandle them. And then you have this really cool coat that Rambo wears in the movie. You can dress him up as that, and it has a good amount of detail on it. You can see some weathering on it, and yeah, that's really cool. It's really cool that they threw that in. And this is probably the accessory I've been looking forward to. Oh, look at all that glorious ammunition that you can drape around his arm. That's nice. That's lovely to see. They did that with the first Rambo, the First Blood Rambo, and it's nice to see it carried on with this Rambo. You have your quiver, which is an excellent, is this not a quiver? Oh crap, is this a grenade launcher? Oh my gosh, it opens up. Wow. Okay, so this, I'm guessing is, yep, it's a grenade launcher. Wow, why did I not see that? That's so cool. But now I don't know how to close it. But the detail on this thing, I mean, look at that. Just look at the detail on this. It's even got like the little instructions that come with the original grenade launcher on it. That's just insane how Threezero, I almost said Hot Toys, because I was liking the name Hot Toys to attention to detail. But Threezero, you guys are balling out on this one. Holy hell. Okay, let's move on. Seems to be a little bit of a necklace. I'm guessing it's his Lucky Buddha necklace that he wears in the movie. I'm just waiting for the camera to zoom in. Probably won't because it's in polythene. Let me take it out. Lucky Buddha necklace. There we go. Beautiful. I can actually see the image of the Lucky Buddha on that tiny pendant. That is the quality and level of attention to detail that is expected of Hot Toys, but we're seeing it on Threezero. No wonder Sideshow lists Threezero figures on their website. I can see why. Moving on, he comes with a tactical watch, which I'm very afraid to take out of the package because I'm afraid I might actually lose it, but there it is for all intents and purposes. Really tiny little accessory. Probably going to keep it in the package, I'm not going to lie, because I'm very likely to lose that watch or break it. But here we have the grenade head for the grenade launcher. Wow, this thing just keeps surprising me more and more. And they did not have to include this, but they did. An actual quiver, which I actually confused the grenade launcher for being. I have no idea why. I thought it was one of those open-ended quivers, green quivers, where you could put the arrows in. Clearly, that is not the case. So I would like to amend my statement by saying that they have given us both a grenade launcher and a really well-detailed quiver. This feels like PU leather, I want to say, but it's so nice. And I bet it opens up too, does it? Oh yeah, it does. It totally opens up. Wow, look at that, guys. You can store all your arrows in there. Wow. This figure is knocking it out. You also have these 2 little knives that Rambo probably has tucked away somewhere, maybe in his boots or something like that. Okay, so this is the additional knife. There's just so much going on in this. So I'm guessing this probably tucks away somewhere here in the boot or something like that. I'm gonna have to play around with this figure a lot, figure out where that goes. But let's talk about the guns, because Rambo isn't Rambo without his guns. So AK-47, beautiful finish on this. This is the first thing that popped out at me when I opened the box. It's because the details on this thing are just crazy. Jeez. I wouldn't be surprised if it cocks back and you can remove certain things on the gun. I honestly would not be surprised. There's just so much detail. I'm pretty sure this opens out too. Does it? I'm gonna have to fiddle with this a little bit later. And then you have the gun that was mounted on the helicopter that he uses towards the end of the movie when he goes berserker mode in a fit of rage and grabs that guy and holds the knife to him. I mean, let's face it, that guy didn't give a crap about Rambo or the hostages. They were all expendable, weren't they? What was his name? Was it Sam or something like that? I keep forgetting the name. Maybe you guys can remind me in the comments section below. Jeez, they've given us just so much. Rambo's knife, and get this. They didn't have to do this, but in the movie, if you're watching the movie, at the end of the knife, there's this little wire thread hanging off the knife so that you can actually tie the knife to some of your gear, whether it's your backpack or your pants, you know, belt of your pants or whatnot. And they actually included that in as well. They didn't have to. They could have just given us the knife and called it a day, but nope. Wanted to be movie screen accurate and include that. And if you guys remember, I think the tip of the knife opened up. No way. Oh no, the tip of the knife on this opens up as well. Come on, Threezero, you guys are killing me. You're killing me with this figure, man. Talk about attention to detail. You know what? I don't even think I have a gripe. Initially, when I started this review, I was thinking, hey, you know, I'll talk about how they didn't throw in an action figure base. They could have thrown us a base that resembled the Sahara, like in Rambo 3. I would be happy with that. Or they could have given us a grassy, plain-looking base that reminds you of, you know, Vietnam or something like that. Leaves with blood on the base and all, blood splattered. But, you know, they've already given us so much. I feel it's unfair to ask them of anything more. Plus, it would probably increase the price point of this figure, so not complaining. But guys, look at the amount of hands they've given us. You have about 4 pairs of hands in here, plus an extra. So you can probably simulate just about anything. So that's obviously holding the bow. Oh my gosh. You know what? Enough talking. Let's get into some poses.